Hello everyone. Few days back, the National Gallery of Australia had announced that it would return 14 works of art from its Asian art collection to the Indian government. These include 13 works it purchased from leader Subhash Kapoor, after concluding many of them were likely stolen in India. The other item was from another dealer. These artworks are worth nearly 3 million US dollars. It is the fourth time that National Gallery of Australia has handed the Indian government antiquities it bought from Mr. Kapoor. This collection is the largest yet to be repatriated by the gallery and includes 6 sculptures, 6 photographs, a painted scroll and a processional standard. It is believed that out of 14 artifacts, 6 were likely stolen or illegally removed from India. The gallery could not establish the provenance of another 2 items and also did not have any evidence as to where the 6 photos were stolen. But Australia is returning all the items as they have no faith in Subhash Kapoor. Subhash Kapoor is a New York-based art thief who is in prison for allegedly running a $100 million international smuggling racket. Australia is not the only country to return artworks to India. Few other countries have also returned in the past, and let us look at the history of artifacts returned to India. In 2013, a sculpture of Vrishanana Yogini weighing 400 kg and dating to the 10th century was brought back from Paris. In 2014, Australia returned a Nataraja and an Ardhanarishwara. In 2015, 3 idols, Parrot Lady from Canada, Mahisa Mardini from Germany and Uma Parameshwari from Singapore were returned to India. In 2016, USA returned over 200 stolen cultural artifacts, some dating back to 1000 years, which was estimated at $100 million. In 2020, UK returned bronze idols of Lord Rama, Lakshmana and goddesses Sita. These are just few instances of artifacts being returned. The Government of India is in talk with few countries to get back many more stolen items. India is not the only country affected by stolen artifacts. Artifacts are stolen from many other countries. According to Global Financial Integrity Report, illegal trade of artifacts and antiquities is one of the world's most profitable criminal enterprises, which is estimated to be around $6 billion. UNESCO recently confirmed that ISIS is trafficking in art and antiquities to finance its operations and earning approximately $1 million of revenue a day. Let us see as to what does a country stand to lose when its antiquities are stolen. Stolen antiquities are irreplaceable, which leads to loss of treasure for the country. There is also loss of heritage as important historical information and legacy about the artifact and its period is lost. The illegal money obtained may be used for anti-national activities. Thank you.